We dance as the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's good delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. The CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's good delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave, and the Ice Cave is brought to you by Priority Lawn and Landscaping. So if you guys need anything done, lawn and landscaping, I mean anything, get your grass cut, get your flower beds mulched, get them weed eated, get some bushes trimmed, get a paver patio, anything. I mean, anything. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Give them a call at 513-430-6114. That's 513-430-6114. You can also follow them on Facebook. And when you do me a favor. Tell Johnny you heard about them from Sports with Strawberry Ice. What is up to everybody in the chat? Man, the chat is like blowing up. It's like I got some kind of Bengals superstar in here or not. I don't know why you guys are all here today. I'm just kidding. So we got to scroll up all up to the top here. Let's see. Brad's in there. Paul's in there. That's me. Michael Madden's in there. Brad again. Paul. Tony Blazin. Mad Dog Morgan. What's up? I don't know if you're new or not, but whoa. Let's see. Stranger. Where? How are you not first? I don't understand. You're losing. Crib Keeper's in there. Hoss in there. Pork Chop, my boy. Hello, Pork Chop. How are you? Stranger's in there. Yep, Mad Dog. All right. Let's get to this thing. We have a very special guest. He, like I said, I always say he's one of my favorite football players. Actually, one of my favorite dudes to talk to on the show right now. He's driving in the car. I'm gonna get to my co-host first. He's driving in the car right now, and he is a lifelong Bengals fan. He's a lifelong Carl Pickens fan, and he's so excited he had to jump on from the car. He's game on. Game on. What's up, brother? Uh-oh, you're muted. Hang on.
All right, I got you. What's going on, brother? How we doing?
Good. Don't wreck. I know you're excited.
We're good. I just arrived, so I'm going to spend some time with you before I go in.
Okay.
So we at least get some, non-children excitement here for me.
All right. Well, let's not waste any time here. Let's get to the man right now. He's the man. He's the myth. He's the legend. He's number 81. He's Carl Pickens.
Right.
What's up, Carl?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Iceman? I see you got Game On with you there,
yes,
too.
Sir.
That's
yes,
good.
Sir. Yes, sir. Now Game On, tell Carl how much of a fanboy you are right now. Go ahead.
Man, all right. So my father, my first jersey he bought me was Kajana Carter back in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching you since I was a kid. I'm like living my childhood dream right now. Like smiling from ear to ear, man. I remember you shaking Blake, you and Jeff Blake, Darnay Scott, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's bringing back my childhood memories right now. I'm so excited to meet you.
Hey, Game On. I'm in the book, man. All you got to do is look me up. I'm in the book.
Let's go. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do, man. I appreciate it. it's been a long process, and it's always good to hear feedback from guys that, you don't get a chance to see and talk to every day. And I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
see,
I mean,
I
a
told
lot
you
of
people
people
like
don't
it.
know Carl held the touchdown record. Still, it's tied now. You and Jamar tied
Yeah.
for single receiving touchdowns.
Yeah.
17 in a season. Man, it's a blessing. It's a
Well, I
blessing.
appreciate it. I think this year may be the year that Jamar gets it.
You
Or,
might, you
yeah,
might-
I mean, it's within reach.
Well,
Um,
I always wonder this: how many more numbers do you think you'd have if they had the rules the way they are now?
I look at it like how many more numbers would I have, had we not gone 3 and out. Because 3 and out, it's hard to get some numbers and some production. But with today's game and, the rules and, how they've tried to make it safer, which is a good thing. But they've tried to take a little bit of the physical play out of it, especially at the line as far as receivers and DBs. But I think it would be definitely fun and interesting to see just what could happen. I mean, it would be a lot of fun.
There would be. I would love to see it because
Yeah.
like they couldn't get. I mean, nobody could out physical you. I mean, even off the line of scrimmage, we know how big and strong you are. But now they couldn't even touch you. Shoot, dude. I mean, we might have a Triple Crown winner, Carl Pickens. But you got to stop going 3 and out. That would help too.
Yeah, and there's no more blind shots. You have to see what you hit now, and no more going across the middle, just getting hit without even catching the ball. So that would help out a lot, and just being able to be free and clear a lot, and be in space and catch the ball would be good. Yeah, it definitely helps. I can see that week in and week out.
A little bit. Good game on.
Yeah.
The impressive thing about Carl, too, was, I mean, he played with a lot of different quarterbacks that didn't really last too long in the NFL, right? I mean, Jeff Blake, he had, the one really great season, and it just didn't work out in Cincinnati for the long term. You had Achilles Smith. I think Scott Mitchell was in there. There's a bunch of quarterbacks in there from that 95 up until.
Hey, don't forget Neil O'Donnell with the fake.
Neil O'Donnell. I mean, there's so many quarterbacks where you would look at him, you would say, that's kind of that quarterback maybe is average, below average, compared to a Joe Burrow. I mean, if you had Joe Burrow throwing to the throw, we'd have probably close to 2,000 yards and definitely 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, that today's quarterbacks are, bigger, faster, stronger. The offenses have definitely changed. The game has changed, and it's easier. I'm not out there, but it seems easier to make plays now than it was, 5-6 years ago, even, during my time. But yeah, I mean, the offenses that these guys are running now, I mean, it's wide open. You're getting the second wide receiver may catch 80, 90 balls, versus the first guy. The number one receiver will get 115, 120. The second receiver can get, 85, 90 balls. So there's definitely enough offense to go around these days. And again, as I said earlier, man, it would have been a lot of fun.
It would have been. And I don't want everybody to forget about your running mate. Darnay Scott was a baller too. I mean,
yeah. Darnay had a couple of good seasons there. Him, myself, and Blake. We had a good run there, maybe a year and a half to 2 years, and we put up some really good numbers. But at the same time, as Game On mentioned, there wasn't that much continuity. We would have Blake one year, Neil O'Donnell. Paul Justin came in, Achilles Smith.
Forgot about him.
Boomer came back in '97.
How many quarterbacks did you play with? Do you know throughout your?
I was there 8 years, probably 8. I had David Klingler, Boomer, Neil O'Donnell, Paul Justin, Achilles Smith, Jeff Blake,
Gus Farrat.
No, Gus was I was before Gus. So right now, 6 that actually threw balls to me. Of course, some of the backups, didn't really get a lot of time, but 6 out of the 8 years that I was there.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
You still put up good numbers. I mean,
yeah. It's it's interesting to look back and say what if, but we played the cards that we were dealt, and that's what we had to work with, and I think we welcomed the challenge. We looked forward to the competition aspect of whoever was out there, whoever was throwing the ball, handing it off, doing whatever they had to do. Our job was to go out and make plays. So at the end of the day, we had what we had, and we tried for the most part just to keep it moving.
It is what it is. So I got a
It is
question.
what it is.
Do you feel like as a Bengals fan now, and I've been a Bengals fan my entire life. So in the 90s, I'm like, well, what's your favorite NFL team? Like, oh, the Bengals. Now it's like the Bengals. Do you feel a little more vindicated or a little more celebrated? I can't think of the right word.
I do. It's honestly, you don't want to say that you root for the Bengals. I mean, because there's nothing. It wasn't positive when you lose a lot. You don't want to. Everybody likes the winner.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be associated with the winner. And you say, you wear a Bengals shirt or a Bengals hat, just say Bengals. Yeah, for a long time it's like, but now, with the Super Bowl and
I was like, what?
All the notoriety. I remember, what is this? May a couple of months ago, I was out and I had on a Bengals shirt, and I knew the guy, so we're friends. We play a lot of golf. He's like, "Your Bengals suck." I was like, "Yeah, they pay good." So that shut him up. So he said,
is it really cool though to see kind of the motivation around the team, the city, as vibrant as it is around Cincinnati, kind of that energy that Joe Burrow has brought to the squad, and the changing of the regime. We're starting to see a lot more great things come out of this organization, and little by little they're adapting to the current market and how the league is operating. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, I think now you're starting to see a more positive vibe. I mean, I was up there a couple of times last summer, and it's just buzzing. I mean, there's bingo gear everywhere, and it's Go Bengals 2-day all over the place, and it's starting to just permeate down south, Kentucky, on the way to Cincinnati. You see bingo signs, you see bingo gear. So there's been definitely a lot of excitement. People are tuning in now. They've tuned in the last couple of years to see if Jamar was going to get signed. They tuned in to see how Joe's hand was doing. They're tuning in now to see what's going to happen with Henderson. So there's always So there's constant interest in the Bengals now. There's Super Bowl talk because we were close, the last couple of years. We went 3 years ago, so there's talk about that. So right now it's just positive, it's anticipation of the camps and the training camps and that first preseason and then the first regular season. So everybody's waiting to see, what's going to happen with the new guys that, were drafted. So it's just all positive now. And right now, there's not really any excuse to be disappointed or upset or negative, because right now everything is all positive.
Yeah, there's actually a Bengals bar now. It's in the airport, which I think is kind of a weird. I mean, it's cool if you're like on a flight, but you have to actually have a ticket to go to the Bengals bar. I wish they would actually put that at the banks, but I think it's cool. I'm going to go fly somewhere. I'm going to make sure I stop in there and check that out. I've never been in a Bengals bar before, and I want to do that.
Yeah, so. And it's a good time to be a Bengal right now. I mean, it's all positive. You mentioned about the new regime and owners and management looking at stuff different. It's been a process, but I think they're coming along, and the only thing now is just to wait till kickoff and see what happens, man. I mean, most of the places or most of the pieces are in place. It's just a matter of fine-tuning it, putting it all together, and going out and seeing what happens.
Yeah, we just need to get Shamar Stewart on the field, who's our rookie, and we need to get Trey on the field. Then Joe Burrow, knock on everything around here, stays healthy.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Carl. So you guys always played in the preseason. Well, not played every game, but you played in the preseason games. And the Bengals, notoriously under Zach Taylor, don't play their stars very much, or if at all, in the preseason. And we notoriously under Zach Taylor got off to very slow starts. I keep talking about that they're going to play more. I think Joe Burrow, I think Jackpot Joey wants to play in the preseason. What's your thoughts on playing in the preseason? Is that something that would definitely help you get ready? Because it's the closest, in my opinion, it's the closest you can get to playing football, like real football. It's still not real football until beginning of the season. It's close you can get because you need the reps, I think. Well, what's your thoughts on it?
Me personally, I wanted to play because you go through training camp just like the other 58 guys. You've gone through 6 weeks or 8 weeks of training camp or what have you, and it's preseason, but at the same time, you still want to compete. You still want to get out and go against a different opponent. So I always wanted to play during preseason, even though it may be first quarter, second quarter, closer till it gets to regular season. You play, I think, the whole game, the third preseason or something like that. But
right.
I just think it's an opportunity to get in rhythm.
Right,
It's just an opportunity to see where everybody is, to make sure everybody's on the same page. Yeah, you don't want to get anybody hurt,
right?
But at the same, but you've got to play. You've got to fine tune what you've been doing the previous 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to do that than against some competition that you don't see every day? Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. Some guys think they're going to get hurt, and that's fine. But me personally,
that's the thing, you can't go in thinking that though. You can't.
No,
I don't want to get hurt.
Well, we're going to pull them out, so to keep from injury. That's fine. But I want to play.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm here to do. I want to play from every aspect of preseason, regular season. And I want to get in and play because I like to compete.
Yeah.
And if the guys want to do it, I mean, it's up to the coach. But like you say, you've got to get some continuity early. You've got to be on the same page early now because everybody is raring to go. That first 2 or 3 games, everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to go 0-1.
Right.
Nobody wants to go 0-2. So those first couple of games are really important.
If
you can get those under your belt. Yeah.
Yeah, because you get yourself behind the 8 ball like the Bengals have done the last couple of years, where they got to fight and scratch and claw, and last year's almost made the playoffs.
Yeah.
The 2 years before that, they made the playoffs, but it's just put yourself behind the 8 ball. Now, did you guys do this? It's more prevalent now, I think, but did you guys do joint practices during training camp at all when you were there?
No. We my first few years we were in Wilmington. No other team came down.
Nobody wanted to go to Wilmington.
We were in Wilmington, and then my last couple of years we were in Georgetown, and nobody came down there either. So we pretty much were on our own as far as practicing with another team.
Would you like to practice at the stadium and sleep in your own bed like they do now?
Oh yeah. I mean, everything is different now. There's no excuse not to be good, man, not to be motivated, because everything is laid out right there in front of you. It would just be, the hardest thing to do would be something, wrong, because everything else is just so right, man. Right. The facility, the practice field, the training, the weight room, everything is 100%.
Right.
So the easiest thing to do, man, is just go out and do what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. Now I got a question here. Get a couple questions here from the chat here. Michael Madden, if Carl could go head to head against any defensive back in today's NFL, who would it be? You got one dude out there like, I want to take that guy on.
I like Jalen Ramsey. Mm-hmm. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he can run. He runs his mouth a little bit, and
you'd enjoy that part, right?
I would enjoy that part. So I'm not, I don't know what would happen, but I would welcome that, in my time, not now.
Yeah, not now.
He's, you want to go against the best,
right? Oh yeah.
You want to, and you want to see where you stand, or where you measure up to these guys. So it was. I would welcome the opportunity.
There you go. Game on's back. He's he had to go pick his kids up. You got anything you want to ask here?
Just trying to be a dad, man. Just trying to be a dad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see you go up against Marlon Humphrey. I know Cincinnati fans. We love to.
The guy from Baltimore.
Ravens. Yeah. We love to see Ravens get cooked, and it would be your strength and your ability to free release against him. That would be a lot of fun to watch.
Well, I'm familiar with him. He's strong too. Big guy, can run. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to win, but I would.
Oh, You're gonna win. Oh no, I got your back. You're gonna win, Carl. I got you.
I mean,
I'll
you
be
would
back I'll be back to
1000%
talking
win.
for you.
well, hey,
I'll be the hype man.
it would be fun. I mean, it would be fun because you just. I like it. I enjoy the competition aspect of it. I mean, I'm all for it. But yeah, I think it would be fun to go against anybody now.
Right,
I mean,
right.
But hey, what can you do?
See, Devon Thoughts says you'd win. Everybody thinks you'd win.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
We got you. Brad here's got a comment. I'm gonna get your take on this. And the players today never experienced the preseason workouts that Carl experienced back in the day. 2-a-days, all that stuff. They don't do none of that stuff anymore.
Oh no. Training camp was training camp back in the day. Even before me, guys were going. I mean, teams were going like 6 weeks of 2-a-days. It was brutal. If you survived training camp, you were. That's why you wanted to play preseason, man. I mean,
probably easier.
Yeah, it was easier to get out there and enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. But 6 weeks of training camp, 2-a-days, off Wednesday evening, sometime after the first couple of weeks, it was pretty rough. I haven't been to a training camp, but I hear it's fairly simple now.
We have to get you here to a training camp so you can come hang out.
Yeah, I need to get back up there.
You can come hang out. You can come hang out on the bridge with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up there this year a couple of times. So
we're coming for Jungle Jam.
For Jungle Jam, and maybe I was up there for the music fest last year.
Maybe come to my tailgate too if I have it at Moorland House. We can
keep me posted. I'll definitely get by there.
I'm working on it. I think it's going to happen again this year, but I'm not totally confirmed yet. But yeah, if it does, I will definitely let you know.
Is Game On going to be there?
Yeah, man, I can make it up there. Yeah, I can make it up there. Just need time and date, and I'll be there, man. I'll work it around.
If Game On is going to be there, it'll be Game On. Then.
There you go.
Let's go.
Game On. Yeah.
All right, Crypt Keeper's got a memory question for you here. Mr. Carl Pickens, you remember that one time you scored the game-winning touchdown in Jacksonville, and a fight broke out in the end zone. The Jacksonville mascot was involved in it.
Yeah, I do. I remember that pretty well because
I remember this one. Go ahead.
Something happened with Darnay was in the end zone too. I think the scuffle started with him, and then I just jumped in and just started swinging. I guess. I mean,
did you hit the mascot?
I remember that. I remember.
Did you take one to the mascot? Boom.
I don't know if it was a mascot or somebody, but yeah, I was just swinging. I mean, it was in the end zone. I think I caught the ball, I scored, and I got a late hit. Somebody hit me late, and then I got up, and then just started swinging, man. I mean, yeah. So
something about Cincinnati receivers and fights in Jacksonville. Right?
Yeah. Ask AJ Green.
Yeah, Jacksonville. They had a good squad, in the early or late 90s. They were just coming into the league, I think 95 or 96 or something like that. So they had a pretty good squad.
So Mark Brunell,
Jimmy Jackson, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell.
So good receiver, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Fred Taylor. I mean, that was a great team.
Tony Baselli, the big Hall of Fame left tackle.
Yeah.
Tony Baselli, they had a good squad.
Had like 5 years of All Pro. I mean, it's incredible. He's like, this era is kind of Luke Kuechly, where he was just at the top in a short period of time in the NFL.
Hurt his shoulder, had to retire. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's see. Michael here says, Carl, what is one thing that you would change about today's game if you could?
If I could, I would bring back the crackback block.
You like that, huh?
It. Yeah, man, because you get a chance to hit those guys. They're chasing that ball, and they're not looking. Especially, we would get pretty much knocked out on an interception if we, start chasing the ball. We get knocked out. Guys crack back on us. The way Hines Ward used to do it.
He injured Brooke Rivers' jaw.
Or
the Huber. No,
Yeah.
it was Rivers, wasn't it? I think it was. It was Rivers' jaw.
But
Pete
yeah, that was
Rivers, yeah.
bring
Yeah.
it back. I mean, they're not going to, but football's a physical sport, and it's it needs to be physical. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. So he keeps it. It's more like flag football. It's never. I don't think it's ever gonna be flag football. You're still hitting people, but it's not
Yeah.
anywhere close to what it used to be.
Yeah, no, it's safer now with the concussion deal,
What,
and everybody
what do you
trying to
think
stay
of
safe.
what do you think of the roughing the passer? Has that gotten like super soft on the quarterback, or do you think it's an essential part of the game?
No, roughing the passer is it's not that I would change that too. I mean, if you're going to rough him, rough, and if you're just going to touch him and fall at his feet, no, that's not roughing the passer. If you get blocked into his back leg and he falls over, then that's roughing the passer. I mean, that really has to be looked at. I mean, if you're going to rough him, you're gonna slam him like some of the older guys did. I can't think of the guy's name that slammed.
How about the Trent Green, Antoine Odom? That kind
Yeah,
of
something like that. Yeah. So now that's roughing the passer, but
then again, you have a game where last year in Baltimore where Joe Burrow got late hit, got face mask,
and
and
they don't call it,
and they didn't call anything.
Yeah,
that's the part that pisses me off. They'll call so they can breathe on him, but then if they late hit him, face mask him, if the game's on the line, then they don't call anything. It's like, what the hell?
it's a tightrope. I mean, it can. I think I know the meetings are over now, but it needs to be a more definite call. If roughing the passer is hitting his face mask, then so be it. It should have been called last year with Joe. If it's not, then don't call it. But I just think they're trying to make it safer, but. Quarterbacks are players too, and they need some contact too, but nothing like
just make it consistent. That's the part that I hate because there was the game in Baltimore last year, and we were going down to I think to tie it or I know we would have won it with the 2-point conversion, and there was 5 freaking penalties against Baltimore, and none of them were called. One was face mask to Joe. One of the guys got held. Our tight end got tackled before the ball even got there. Yeah. They didn't call any of them. That to me, just in football in general, and we had this replay. This is where I'm like, I'll ask your thoughts on this. Where they talk about doing the eye in the sky, and so I can't remember who said this, but somebody said take the head referee who's on the field, take him and put him up in the booth like they do with the offensive coordinator, or defense coordinator, and then they can buzz down like, hey, you guys effed up. That's not a penalty, or hey. Go take a look at this one. You guys missed the penalty, and do it quickly. I don't want to review everything, but things that are blatantly obvious, especially if it changes the outcome of a game, I think they should try to at least try to. They're trying to make the calls right. We're still getting them wrong.
I think what they need to do is have a former player, somebody that played a long time, that knows what pass interference looks like, that knows what roughing the passer looks like.
Experience.
Have them in the booth. Somebody, an old seasoned vet that's now retired and just does nothing but watch football, that's been out there and that's done that. They know what it feels like to be roughed and clipped and held and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think former players or even former coaches should be in the booth making some of these calls.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this. Do you think I've always felt like there's somewhat of a bias against Cincinnati in terms of calls being made on the field, especially when you watch any Chiefs game. I mean, any Chiefs game you watch, there's a roughing the passer.
Oh my God, he injured his toenail. He's the penalty.
A defensive hold, a pass interference, that goes against us, and you're like, there's ticky tackiness to that. Do you feel like during your time did you ever feel like there was a bias towards calls being made against Cincinnati or not in favor of Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think that some calls have to be earned. If you're winning, you get the benefit of the doubt. If you're Patrick Mahomes, you get the benefit of the doubt. Joe Burrow's getting to that level now to where
he can be there.
He should already be there. But he's getting calls now that a rookie won't get, a second-year guy won't get. So, there is some bias because, Cincinnati has been inconsistent. If you're winning on a regular basis, winning cures a lot of things. It covers up a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you get the benefit of the doubt just because you're winning, you're a successful team, and everybody wants to see you win. Not that the refs are being malicious or anything like that, but
Yeah.
you see it in the NBA a lot. Veterans get the benefit of the doubt. They get calls that a rookie or a second-year guy won't get.
Yeah.
I'll scroll back up here. I got a good one here from Dustin Crawford. I want to hear your thoughts on this, Carl. Carl, you consider me a hater, but I am not as high on Travis Hunter as some. I think the playing both ways thing is going to be super limited. What's your thoughts on Travis Hunter?
College is a different game. I think some of the competition, not taking anything away from him, but let's be honest. You're not playing Alabama. You're not playing Georgia. Ohio State. Some of these Power 5 teams. I mean, yeah, it's good that he got the numbers in the Heisman. But the next level is a little bit different. Everybody can run, everybody can make plays. I think it's going to be tough for him. I watched him. I've seen some of his highlights. A corner, I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's going to be a different level. I mean, guys are going to be looking to take advantage of him because he's not on that side of the ball full time. But I don't. I mean, yeah, you root for him, but I think it'll be tough to play.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Because Dion did it, but Dion didn't do it very often. He wasn't doing it like all the time.
Yeah, and he's saying that he wants to do it. I mean, yeah, it's easy to say it. It's easier said than done. But I mean, if it could be done, it would have been done. I mean, there's been plenty of guys before him.
Charles Woodson was another one both ways.
Yeah, that could have done it.
Yeah,
but it's going to be tough. Because it's definitely more physical than college. So you're playing against grown men, 28, 29-year-old guys versus 19, 20-year-old guys. So it's going to be tough. All the best to him, but it's going to be interesting to see.
There you go. All right, my boy Tebow here. He's got a question. What's your thoughts on the Ring of Honor and the thoughts they may tweak the criteria on voting soon? Would love to see your name in the stadium for the Ring of Honor, which it's going to happen soon. But they gotta get. By the way, they gotta get your name in the list first. You're not even on the list. They gotta put you in the list.
Yeah, it won't be. It won't be this year. Yeah, I just got the email yesterday, so it won't be this year. I'm not sure what the criteria is. So we'll see what happens. I guess it's an honor, but I can't make that call.
We'll work on it for you.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but I think it'd be a good thing. But again,
you look good in that black suit with the stripes on the inside.
Yeah, I would look pretty decent, I guess.
Now,
I got the email yesterday. They've got the 9 for this year. I don't know if you guys get it or if it's public.
Well, they have the list, yeah. We because the way it works is season ticket holders like myself get to vote on it. So.
Okay. Yeah, I found out yesterday season ticket holders and suite owners get to vote on it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That's shocking. I don't own a suite, so I don't know. But I know season ticket holders do for sure.
Yeah. So, I guess I got to get on the list first. I don't even.
We gotta get you on the list, man. There. Hashtag put Carl on the list.
Yeah. So I don't know how it works, but
there you go. All right, Divine Thoughts got a question for you. Hey, Carl, I know you know this. When the Steelers or the Ravens play dirty, they play hard-nosed defense, but they straight call us dirty when Burfict was here. I guess more of a statement.
Yeah, I think Burfict's reputation preceded him. I mean, that's his game. I mean, that's the way he plays. And again, it's just sometimes the disrespect. From being in the Bengals uniform. I mean, you don't get calls, you don't get breaks. But I think that's going to change, this year, and it's changing. Changed last year, and we're starting to be more respected around the league as far as some of the calls that we need to be getting. But dirty for one player, the same hit is not dirty for the next player. No, that's where you've got to keep it consistent.
Yeah, that's again that is my biggest problem with the NFL is just the inconsistency in the calls. In general.
I mean, you've got James Harrison doing the same thing.
Yeah,
or did the same thing as Perfect. So it's like, well,
right.
How do you differentiate one from the next?
And he's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer.
James Harrison?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, that's just my opinion. I mean, they let if you got Steelers on, if you play for that, you're automatically in the Hall of Fame. If you're a mediocre player, but James Harrison was pretty good. Go ahead, G-Money, you got something?
No, I completely agree with the sentiment that if Vontaze Burfict was a Steeler, he would be a very celebrated player. Plus, he was a Cincinnati Bengal. He was not a celebrated player, and the league tried to target him because of that.
Yeah, sometimes they try to make an example out of the wrong guy. But again, guys are doing this, but it gets overlooked because of the marketability of the team and what you've done the previous year, who your quarterback is, who your coach is, and that sort of thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be checked out. But at the end of the day, if you call it on this guy, you've got to call it on that guy. Again, that's why I think there needs to be a former player or a former coach up there making some of these decisions as far as replay and what's a foul, what's not a foul.
Yeah, they need somebody up in the booth. I think just so you can see it from because it's a fast moving game. I mean, it is not, and I will give the referees a break. It is hard to make the calls all the time, but sometimes it's still blatantly obvious. Like, what the hell are you looking at?
That's why you need a former guy in there that says, no, this is what it is. I've had that happen to me, so I know.
Or look at the TV screen there, circle it. This is what happened.
Yeah,
you can see it on camera.
Yeah.
Dustin's got. Oh, good.
I know you had mentioned, hey, just start winning, and the conversation changes. But so many Bengals bring up that Super Bowl and the defensive hold by Logan Wilson,
which was bullshit.
That changes the outcome of that game. I mean, it wasn't the reason that the Bengals lost, right? They couldn't move the ball in that second half.
It didn't help, though.
But it absolutely flipped the percentages of who was going to win in the end because the defensive hold was called.
Yeah, so what you do is you take a timeout and you bring the guys over to the sideline and say, hey, guys, listen, let's realize the moment. This is where we are. This is where we are in the game. Let's lock in. Let's hone in.
Right.
Okay, know your assignment. Know your adjustments. We're here. This is real. This is happening. No stupid penalties. No stupid mistakes. Okay? Realize the moment and make it happen. Go out, execute. It's that simple. I know it sounds simple, but sometimes you just need to take a time out and say, guys, this is where we are.
Well, they don't. I mean, it makes sense. You guys do that. You when you're in the middle of a game, you'll take a timeout and regroup and figure out what you're going to do. Well, all I ever see the referees do is walk around and staying there. They don't, or getting a drink of water or whatever. That's actually a good idea. They're like, all right, guys, this is where we're at. We're on the same page. But I think it's actually a great idea. Yeah. So everybody is at least they can.
You're thinking about it. Yeah. No stupid penalties. No stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
I think. The Bengals lost a couple of games last year by not knowing how to finish the game.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just settle down. We've been here before. There's nothing new. Okay, everybody, just relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe said that a lot. That's what's interesting because everybody keeps blaming the defense for a lot of our losses, which I do. You score over 30 points in 4 straight games, you should win most of them. But Joe's come out and said, we didn't finish games, which he's right. And to me. And I'll ask you this: since you're a former wide receiver, I know you love throwing the ball, but if you get a lead like that and you're trying to grind it out, you understand the importance of a running game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the key because there's a 4-minute offense. You've got the game won. Mm-hmm. You don't want to stop the clock, so you're going to hand the ball off 3 times, in a series to keep the clock going. I understood that. And guys, you understood that that's the process. You're still part of the team. Even though you're not catching a ball, you're still obligated to block.
You're blocking.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's still your job
Right.
description. Not only do you catch, you block, you decoy, and sort of thing for the good of the team. The good of the team is we want to win.
Exactly.
So whatever, like I say, Joe Burrow shouldn't have to throw it 45 times a game.
Nope. It shouldn't.
But again, sometimes saying it is easier said than done.
Right. Exactly. All right. I'll get to Dustin's question here. It's about college here. Carl, do you have an opinion on college recruiting and the specialized schools such as MIG Academy? Kind of wild how big it has gotten since social media has become part of our everyday lives.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just talking about the transfer portal or the NIL and stuff
Right,
like
all the
that.
above.
Yeah, I just think the NIL is ruining the game. I mean, it's good that guys are getting paid, but they've got to figure out, some guys are making more than second, third year guys in the league.
Oh yeah.
So obviously you're going to go to where the most money is, and whoever can spend the most money is going to have the best team. I just think, me personally, I'm old school. If I signed up to play at University of Tennessee, then that's where I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm going to play the whole 4 years. I'm not going to transfer because the guy in front of me is better. I'm going to work hard to try to earn my spot. Guys leave for all kinds of reasons. Oh, I don't like the coach, or I want to be close to home, or my girlfriend's over at NC State, or just a plethora of reasons to transfer other than football.
Yeah, but
You go where the most money is.
You're a football player. You're supposed to have lots of girlfriends.
As I was saying, Walmart has this special on Miller. On Miller. Yeah. But listen, there's this. Listen, I just think the college game has changed. I think the NIL blew up faster than a lot of people anticipated, and they don't know what to do about it now.
Yeah.
But guys going to these academies, not everybody can go. I mean, I don't know how much it costs, but I guess that's where the elite goes now, to these academies, and they're being watched at 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and their future's already set as far as where they're going and what they want to do. But not everybody can do that. Everybody's got to take a different route. But I just think that the college game has changed. To me, it's pay for play, and it's good. But I think there needs to be a cap on it.
It's getting crazy. They're going to eventually, but like you said, it happened so quickly. Just the floodgates open.
It got out of hand. I think if you get an NIL deal and you transfer, I think you need to give the money back.
Ooh,
yeah,
there you go.
I think you need to give it back.
The bigger thing, guys, too, as well as this impacts the player towards the NFL, right? So once you make it, I mean, think about back in the day, right? When you make it into that's the dream, making it into the NFL, that big time first paycheck, that's huge, right, for the player. Now these second round picks, third round picks, they're sitting on some money, right? They've gotten some money from school. They're comfortable, right? They'll wait and get like the best deal possible for themselves, and it's no longer like this great, wonderful, amazing dream to make it into the NFL. It's just a continuation of the money and a continuation of playing the game that I love.
Yeah,
versus,
and there goes the work ethic too. So you're not hungry anymore. So yeah, if you've already got $4 million in the bank, why are you going to go out and run sprints now? Why are you going to go to the weight room when you didn't have the money? You're in the weight room, you're running sprints, you're doing all the extra stuff. But you've got $4 million coming on an NIL deal. You're not hungry anymore. So I think that's the part that's, you're getting paid on potential and what they think you can be. And then, now you see some guys staying, 5-6 years in college.
Yeah. So speaking of getting the money, how hard is that when you actually do get the money in the NFL to keep that hunger, to keep that work ethic, that you've worked so hard to get to this point? You're here, you're in the NFL, you're making a lot of money, and I'm sure you got all kinds of people tugging at you like, hey, let's go do this, let's go do this. I mean, how's it hard is to stay focused on what got you here and to keep improving yourself.
Well, from that aspect, it becomes a job now. You're a professional, so you've got this money, so you have to act like a professional. You have to do things as a professional. You have to show up. You have to be held accountable. And because you're on a different level, you're on your own now. You're living by yourself. You're not with your roommates, so you kind of have to take on a whole nother role as a young man now. And this money comes along with it. Just as easy as you got it, you can easily lose it as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You've got to surround yourself with the right kind of people and people that care about you and love you. But you can still stay hungry because you don't know when it's going to end. They'll bring you into the room, rookie symposium, and tell you 60% of you are going to have a knee injury and may have to retire. The average career is 4.5 years. I mean, you'll hear all of that, and it depends on how you take it. Will determine what you do.
Right.
How hard you want to work, how hard you want to stay hungry.
Exactly. All right. Let me get the T-Best question here. I know you have to win and win big in order for the refs not to matter. But man, the refs sure love to make it all about helping Mahomes or other teams. But when we need something, it's three blind mice. And I guess that goes to the question, like, you don't want to leave it into the referee's hands. You got to, if you have a chance to step on the throat, you got to step on the throat.
Yeah, Mahomes is the golden boy at this time.
Yep.
Maybe not so much now. I feel like they got exposed last year. So, he got a lot of calls. Everybody wanted to see the Chiefs win. And, they wanted to see the, it's been a long time since somebody three-peated. So everybody wanted to see, well, not everybody.
I didn't.
Yeah. A lot of people, it was the story, well, the Chiefs three-peat, it hadn't been done in a long time. So I think quietly people were wanting to see that, but not any of the 30 some other teams. Hey, we have a shot too. So you would see Mahomes getting calls that other quarterbacks wouldn't get, because of everybody was feeding into this. Oh, there's going to be a three-peat. I think they had already paid Pat Riley or something to get the
copyright.
the copyright three-peat. It was pretty much a foregone conclusion that they were going to win, but the Eagles saw it a little bit different.
A little bit. Game on, what you got?
Man, I agree with you 100%. I think, right now Mahomes is the golden boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting all the calls. I mean, last year they won it was 7 or 8 one-score games within 3 points or less, and they didn't score a touchdown in the fourth quarter for 6 or 7 games straight in that span.
Mm-hmm.
They were winning all these but they were winning in a multitude of ways. Whereas the Bengals, right, it was a field goal missed, it was a dropped pass, it was a given up touchdown at the end. It
was a flag late. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I said earlier. Game time, game on. They have to learn how to win, man. That's what I'm saying. During the critical point in the game, if you have a timeout, take one and just tell everybody to calm down. That's where, the coach has to say, listen, here's where we are. I said it earlier, that comes from experience. You go back and look at the last 5 games they played. Yeah, we should have won 3 of those games. It was on us, not our opponent. We made the mistakes.
Right.
So Mahomes had a down year last year. Kelsey is an AARP member. That's pretty nice.
That's our boy Chop right there. You'll be on his show tomorrow.
Chop, yeah.
Poor Chop, always with the zingers.
Yeah. So Kelsey's a Cincinnati guy. He's up there in UC. He's a Cincinnati guy.
He went to the University of Cincinnati. We love him for that. We don't like him when he plays for the Chiefs, but other than that,
yeah. I don't know him or anything, but I just know he's a UC guy and from up there in that area. So good for him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Game on. You got what's you got Carl Pickens here. You got your favorite player here. What is the one question that you've always wanted to ask this man, since you're 5 years old to now? You got just the one big question before I get him out of here.
Oh,
put him right on the spot, Carl. Put him right on the spot.
I got two.
All right, go ahead.
All right. My 2, right? Who's the favorite coach that you played for during your time? We got Bruce Coslett. I think Dick LeBeau was in there.
David Shula.
Dave Shule, not such a great list, but Coslett, I think it was like 8-8 that one year. You know, there was somewhat of a feeling of a good team or a fun team to watch with Blake as your quarterback. Of the coaches that you played for, and maybe you could go back before the NFL too as well. Who's your favorite coach that you played for in your life?
My favorite coach was Johnny Majors at the University of Tennessee. I respect him. He's gone now, but I mean, that was definitely one of my favorite coaches. I always, I was there when Bruce got there. Bruce was offense coordinator. He brought Blake in. I'm definitely thankful for, him bringing Blake in. Blake already knew the offense, so he didn't have to learn it. He didn't have to, wait and learn everything. He knew it coming in from the Jets. So I'm grateful for Coslett for that. I think my best year under Coslett, I think we went 9-7, and we were looking to build on that the next year. But it just never happened. It just, for whatever reason, it just didn't happen. But I would say Coach Majors first, and then, Bruce for bringing in Jeff and, having faith in him to run the offense. And it worked out. A good 1.5 to 2 years, it worked out with Jeff and me and Darnay and some of the other guys. So, yeah.
How would you get back to Tennessee to visit there?
Yeah, I'm in Tennessee a lot more. I try to make most of the home games. I'm about 3 hours from there, so I try to get up there quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a halfway point for us. Last summer, we took a trip to go to Myrtle Beach, but we took the scenic route, and I wanted to go see Rocky Top. I've never seen it. So
what, man? You don't know what you're missing, man.
Hey, invite me to a game. I'll come with you and hang out sometime.
I'll try to scrounge up a couple of tickets, man.
Yeah,
maybe Game On can come too, man.
Let's go, baby. There's nothing like SEC football in terms of atmosphere, fan base. I mean, it's incredible. Carl, can I get one more from you?
Yeah,
this is a good one.
Yeah, I've got time.
In your history of playing football, who's one guy that you're like, man, fans don't really know about this cat, but he was a great teammate. He was a great player. You admired him for who he was within on the field as well as off the field. Who's that one guy that you think of and you're like, that was a great teammate. That was a great player. I wish fans knew about him a little bit more.
Honestly, Derek Brills.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, our center. I think he came with Bruce too. Mm-hmm. And this guy, man, when he came in, he took control of that huddle. He was our center. He made the calls. He got us in the right, set. I mean, that guy didn't get a lot of notoriety. Like I said, you wouldn't think I would say that, but, you watch this guy go to work, number 65, Derek Brills.
I remember him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, you watch him work and you see what he has to deal with, making all the calls and snapping the ball and helping out. I would say him. I mean, there's others, but he comes to mind. Just a hard worker, no notoriety. The offensive linemen rarely get it.
And if they do, it's for something bad. Because
it's for something bad. Yeah. But I'm saying Derek Brills, number 65.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Game On. I'm gonna let you go on that one.
Yeah, no, appreciate you, Carl. This has been a dream of mine, dude. I am so today I will remember it for the rest of my life. Hopefully we can talk ahead, and this isn't the last time I get to meet you. But it's just been an absolute thrill, man.
Game On, I'm in the book, man. Look, I'm in the book. Hey, Iceman, listen, that was that Midwest barbecue?
Yeah, Midwest Best.
Midwest Best, yeah.
Midwest Best, is that pretty good? I'm gonna check that out next time I get up there.
Yeah, I'm taking you. You come up here. We're
Midwest Best.
It's delicious.
We still got the Dillinator wings. You got to try out
the Dillinator wings. Got the Dillinator wings. Got the CTB wings. Got the Uno wings. The G-Funk. They're all good, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out when I get up there.
When you come up here, I'm taking you. We're going up there, dude.
It'll have to be in July because that 19th is I'm doing that other thing.
The Jungle Jam, yeah.
Yeah, Jungle Jam. But okay.
You'll be up here.
All right.
Love
All right,
it. All right,
boys.
guys. Appreciate your time. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Take care. Have a great one. And Hoo Day, baby.
Who day? All right.
Carl, man, I appreciate it. I know you're gonna be back on again tomorrow on Bengals and Brews. You and my boy Corey Dillon. So
Mhm.
two of my favorite ex-Bengals are gonna be on Bengals
Yeah.
and Brews. So I'm looking forward to watching that. And I can't wait to get up here. We're gonna have a good time in July. We're gonna hang out, go to Midwest. Hey, did you find out that band's gonna be in town that you liked?
I don't. I'll find out because I know the bass player pretty good. I will find out and see because he does a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll get you his whip or his Instagram.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll get you that.
And then we
Thanks,
can go,
Game On 53. I'm reading at the same time you reading. Okay. Well, good deal. Well, Iceman, listen, I always appreciate the invite, brother. If I
Hell
can
yeah.
do it, I'll definitely do it, man.
Awesome,
I'm
dude.
running around a lot right now, but if I can do it, I'll definitely do it, brother.
Hey, I always appreciate it. And if you do get tickets to Tennessee, I will drive my big ass down to Tennessee, go hang out with you. So
It's just 3-hour ride.
that's it. That's nothing, dude.
Yeah, just 3 hours.
I got you.
Okay.
We'll hang out.
All right.
We'll go hang out. Huh?
I'll start an argument. Then that way I can go. I'll give you her ticket.
I got.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. I like it.
Okay.
We'll keep that between us. All right.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Yeah, we'll do that. You
Yeah,
know,
all
because
right.
Walmart has these deals now to where you can get stuff. You know.
No shit.
Yeah, they got these
Damn.
deals now.
That's cool.
So yeah. Okay. Well, good deal. Nice man.
Carl, appreciate you, brother.
Okay, brother.
Hey, dude, I'll see you
Okay.
later. God, I love that guy. He's funny as hell. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Carl is freaking awesome. When we get Carl Pickens' name on the Ring of Honor, we're voting him in. So this year, you vote for whoever you want. Hopefully we try to get them to put Carl on the list for the Ring of Honor because he deserves to be on there. He's an awesome dude. He will be at Jungle Jam, and I'll be hanging out with him there. And it sounds like we're going to go to Midwest Best Barbecue. So details to come. But as always, thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all of those along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And of course, shout out to my awesome sponsors. They are as follow: Priority Lawn and Landscaping. I got an idea. How about this? You want to get an 81 cut in your lawn? I bet you Priority Lawn and Landscaping can do it. You want Bengal stripes cut in your lawn? I bet you they can do it. You want anything lawn and landscaping related? Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Give them a call at 513-430-6114. That's 513-430-6114. You can also follow them on Facebook. And when you contact them, do me a favor. Tell them you heard about them from Sports with Strawberry Ice. Also, shout out to T Properties. Quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, we got Meyer windows, doors, and more. Do me a favor, give Matty Myers a call. Check their website out at MeyerCincinnati.com. Go buy you some windows because it's sunny out. You probably got some windows that are old and they don't let the cold air out. They let the hot air in. Do you want to fix that? The way to fix that is go to MeyerCincinnati.com. Get yourself a free estimate. Matty Myers will personally drive there with the Jackpot Joey Mobile. And it's an iconic vehicle you've seen around Cincinnati. He'll come there, and he'll give you a great deal on your doors and windows and more. Whatever else. I don't know. I still figure out what more is. You can ask Matty when you get there. But again, check out Meyer Window, Doors, and more. MeyerCincinnati.com. Boys and girls, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys watching the show. I have no idea who's going to be on the show tomorrow. I've reached out to a couple of different people and know who's been able to join, but I will do a show. I will find somebody. I'm going to find you. You're out there somewhere. You're going to be on the show. But check out Bengals and Brews tomorrow. That's going to be an awesome show. They have Carl and Corey on. It's going to be a great show. They're on at 3:30, so make sure you guys check them out. And then after they're done, who knows, Chop and Dale might go on for like 3 hours with, the way they go sometimes. So who knows? Hopefully they're off at 5:30 so people come watch my show, but we'll see. Anyway, check them out. All right, guys. Check out the podcast. I'll be pulling off the sound later on tonight, putting on the podcast. It's on BeanPod, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review, and leave a 5-star review and a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. 172 people are watching the show. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure if you're not subscribed to YouTube, please go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share this out. I can't do any of this stuff without you guys. I appreciate you. The crown on there, I know Paul was asking about it. I think it's for my most consistent viewers or something like that. I don't know. It's only on YouTube. So I went to YouTube and I saw that myself. I don't ever see the YouTube stuff live because I'm always watching on through StreamYard. So I think that's what that means. And yes, for people who ask, I am back to be monetized. Again, I appreciate that for all you guys. Thanks, Brad, for putting out there. UC Baseball on tomorrow, 1 o'clock, ESPN Plus. They start their road to Omaha. So I know we all hate ESPN Plus, but go watch it, and you can support the Bearcats. It'll be awesome. I think that's it. Anybody got anything else?
5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse that's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.